yeah, that technically I'm talking about now, but it feels great not having to talk about She-Hulk. Well, hopefully I won't get rid of Paul and that guy that they all seem like the critical drinker. Like they'll probably mention it again. It's by five that none of them even like superhero films and shows and all, and yet they're watching it because I guess they like torturing themselves. I don't like this show, therefore it's bad. Despite the fact that you don't like any superhero movies, so even the ones that are arguably perfect, like the original Superman and Iron Man and all, you think, oh, they're bad because you just don't like them. I feel like in Paul's case, it's like there's aliens in it, and that makes film bad because aliens don't exist. Whatever. Speaking of superheroes, I read The Dark Knight Master Race. It's good. I would say it's better than Strikes Again, but not as good as uh, Returns, because the only thing better than Returns is Long Halloween, because that's the best Batman story. Anyway, yeah, I don't have much to say about it other than I don't like the fact that the like technically they didn't kill him off in Returns because it was like he faked having a heart attack, and by the end of the book, the audience knows, the reader knows that he isn't dead. I think, because I read it years ago. And Strikes Back, I think he does die in the end. I think, I don't remember. Strikes Back was only a couple of days ago in this one. He does actually like genuinely die, but then Superman brings him to the Lazarus pit, which not really a fan of that, but whatever. But yeah, it's good. This is DMs as of 25 past 6 p.m. on Sunday the 23rd of October 2022. I don't know if I mentioned the photo that I took of two my mates on the 12th of October, but I didn't send it to those two mates. On Tuesday, Dylan sent me a video saying, "It's almost Halloween. Are you going to let me paint your ass like a pumpkin and smash it, or are you going to be boring?" I've already talked about this, haven't I? Because I remember playing this video. She's stroking me up till I pee. She's beefing on. So I all the Indiana Jones gifts, multiple video calls. He said, "Dylan, will you piss off? I'm in school, for God's sake." I kept on video calling him because I didn't even notice the message until now. One of the other guys sent the gift, the photo to. It says your thing is sent me Indiana Jones gifts. He tried video calling me, but I didn't notice it until about an hour after. I tried video calling him, but he didn't pick up. My mate who left in March to join the Navy, you know what I'm talking about. He replied to my story of the two guys I was just talking about, like staring at the ceiling because they wanted me to take a photo, and I decided to post on my story. This guy says, "What the hell?" And I said, "They asked me to take a photo." He goes, "Oh." The reason why there's such a big gap between these conversations is because I'm actually deleting the chats, just so I know that I've read these things out. Zach says he would love to get groomed by Dream. I then sent him a photo. So, well, I mean, Such a boomer. Why is this going sideways on my tablet? An average guy living in the city gets a powerful item stuck on his back, resulting in him crossing paths with a mysterious punk named Lucy, who introduces him to a group of wacky new friends, all while they evade the authorities and fight against the gigantic mega corporation that owns the world. What do you think I'm talking about? Would you guess the Lego movie? I'm actually talking about Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I haven't seen Edgerunners, so I sent it to Jack saying, "Is this true? I haven't seen Edgerunners yet." Kinda. I mean, they don't fight against a mega corporation, but there is one in Cyberpunk lore. My friend says, "Happy 18th. We hope you have a great day." I said, "Thank you." I sent the third single from The Car to Makubri, saying, "Sounds very generic to me when I listened to it last night, but I was tired when I did, so maybe that's why." He says, "I know what you mean, mate. It feels like it won't get started or something. The guitar sounds pretty funky, though." Come on, Jack, get me words, please, because that's what you said. Okay, this is why. I posted on my story last night that, okay, I'll explain this first. I had my party for my 18th yesterday. Went to a bar. At the bar, I had a cider. But before I even finished the cider, my cousin bought me a shot of something Bernie. Simika or something like that. I don't know. It was disgusting. It was just Bernie and very sticky. Then I got a beer. The same cousin bought me a shot, bought me tequila, which I thought tequila was supposed to be strong, but it wasn't. It was like the same strength as that other thing, the Simika or whatever. There's something about me having to go up to the bar with her because I was sitting in the back because I have like a special area for birthdays. Went to the bar and something about salt in the drink. I don't know anything about tequila. So I asked about the salt in the drink and gave me a lemon. She said, "Take a shot, suck the lemon." That's what I did. It was disgusting, but it tasted exactly the same as a Smigger or whatever. Then I think it was my mum or my friend's mum bought me like a shot of some strawberry milkshake tasting thing that was also burny, also disgusting. And my same cousin bought me a Jaeger bomb. And from what I've heard Fluffy talk about Jaeger bombs, it sounded like the strongest alcohol there is. I didn't taste anything, probably because it was dropped on a Coke. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all I drank. So I posted that's what I had in my story, and I said so far, despite the fact that I was feeling sick, I didn't feel drunk. I didn't even feel tipsy. I just felt sick. Luckily, I didn't throw up. Um, and just moving that so it doesn't turn off. Felt sick, so I just sat down. For the rest of the night, I had 2 cups of water. Got home, and I stayed up for another 2 hours, of 2 or 3 hours, and I slept fine, other than the fact that I had a dry throat and I only got 5 hours of sleep. But surprisingly, I haven't felt tired. So I posted when I got home. Uh, that's all I had. I know I'm not drunk. My mate said, "Make a YouTube video about it." Okay. This is Twitter as of 29 to 7 p.m. So, Jodie Whittaker's last episode of Doctor Who will air in 59 minutes. as of the recording of this video. Oops. Sorry, I was putting my feet up. How the hell is Black Adam? I'm going to guess it's the age ratings, but I mean, how the hell did Black Adam get more money than Shazam and the Suicide Squad? Like, some of the others there I liked, like Birds of Prey. In fact, that's the only other thing that I liked. But I understand why they are not good films, but for Shazam and the Suicide Squad, they are genuinely fantastic films. So I actually seen Marcus's roast last night. It's great. And there was a bit in it where they actually get Graham Linehan to well, I'm gonna make it. I nearly made it sound like he was forced to apologize, but no, he is genuinely sorry. Mostly because he was cancelled himself. But still, it is great that he apologized. So there it is. Straight up one of the most pathetic things I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Coping and seething over a man deciding to be pro-human rights is a very bad look, but I understand the tiniest bit of free speech pokes far too many holes in your ideology, so I get why you hate it so much. Can't have those pesky plebs asking pesky questions, can we? An ideology that's scared of free speech is probably an ideology that doesn't work, and they don't want you pointing that out. Just saying. Also, the replies and quotes are gold. It's all people whose entire knowledge is based on headlines from 2016. Not the articles, just the headlines, and things Dave Dunn and Pop open.
And I want to say something about the left. The left, you guys got to sit with me. Your current administration that these guys put up, they shit the pot on this one. They should have got Bernie, but Bernie had too much of a conscience. And so you got a guy with no conscience. Instead of getting Bernie Sanders, you guys got Weekend at Bernie's. And and you know that you don't like where we're at right now. And
the more you think of it, the funnier. The more you think about it, the funnier it is. He do be spitting though. Rick and Morty has a suspicious number of incest jokes. And whoops. For LGBTQIA plus History Month not inclusive enough, we've rebuilt Christopher Street Park in the metaverse and created a guided tour of the space. Is there only like 30 people on the metaverse? That's what I've heard. Inspired by the public's response to our 2022 Pride flag, we're expanding our design to represent 40 LGBTQIA plus communities. Well, instead of saying 40 LGBTQIA plus, why don't you just spell out all 40 acronyms? And make it available for everyone to use and build. Well, Christ. I feel like people are going to get a seizure if they look at that too long. Also, what are you doing building stuff in the metaverse? You have your own better version of the metaverse. It's called Minecraft. Like, I get that they're not the same. A better comparison would have been VR chat, but the point is, you would have had a better response doing it in Minecraft, and it would have been easier because it's something you actually own. They added more colors to the Pride flag again. Soon. I'm not going to play this video, but the tag here. Here's a video from Old Nick's Pub. The Eugene, Oregon venue is hosting a child drag show this weekend featuring a performance by an 11-year-old child and free admission for kids 10 and under. When people tell you who they are, believe them. Periodic reminder that the religious right was mocked relentlessly for accurately predicting the future. Why do I have a feeling this is a song? Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a whole music video, but no, it's just a performance that has been recorded. It's still extremely cringy. Also, I mean, you can't take me down for this because I'm pretty sure it's a parody of Staying Alive by Bee Gees. I think it's Bee Gees. So, I mean, if you're going to take me down, take these guys down. Fossil fuels, stay bloody with renewables. Don't want kids to pay the price, ignoring scientists' advice. Leaders should be ready to stop the fight, so we stay alive, stay alive. Hadn't got a cover to stop, nobody stopping, so we stay alive, stay alive. We all want to stay alive, stay alive. We all want to stay alive. You shut up. No one has sacrificed their life for this, okay? No one. Don't give me this BS. Anyway, they're back dancing again. This time it's for Extinction Rebellion. Would you trust these healthcare professionals? No. I don't trust any healthcare professionals that sing because it reminds me of healthcare professionals who make TikTok dances while their patients are dying. Cringe. Not reading all this. Never encountered one who wasn't like this. Alex Jones ordered to pay 6 gazillion in damages for saying some things. So, what is, for those who didn't see yesterday's video, I know it isn't uploaded yet, but basically yesterday the families of the victims of the Sandy Hook shooting they want, and this is not an exaggeration, this is what they want, $2.75 trillion from Alex Jones. Excuse my stomach. I think it's very hard to communicate to the median voter convincingly the chaos that a GOP victory is likely to unleash, and I think a lot more professionals vastly underestimate the tail risk. No, we get it. If people vote wrong, you'll incite mobs to burn their cities down.
Our data from the CDC today suggests, that vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick, and that it's not just in the clinical trials, but it's also in real-world data. Our data from the CDC.
5 times vaccinated CDC director Dr. Rochelle Walensky. Sounds very similar to Zelensky. In fact, of Corona, Zelensky 1 year ago, vaccinated people do not carry the virus and don't get sick. Fact check. False. Demons swish to excite us gluttony, fornication, greed, anger, and other passions, so that the mind. How is anger a passion? Whatever. So that the mind under their weight should be unable to pray as it ought. For when the passions of our irrational part begin to act, they prevent the mind from acting rationally. St. Nihilus of Sinai. New York Times /Science poll: 59% of Americans think the mainstream media poses a major threat to democracy. Valencia's chief inspector says practically all street crime is illegal immigrants in his area. In the boats, everyone confesses to being criminals and ex-prisoners. He was subsequently fired. Woman transgender singer strips naked live on Channel 4 and plays the keyboard with his penis. Something you would only see on Channel 4. Demonic manifestation. Thank you, Daily Mail, for censoring this. Finally, a threat to democracy I care about.
Hi, Ms. Nix. Lee Gallus.
Whoops.
Hi, Ms. Nix. Lee Gallus with Rebel News. During your campaign, you said that not only would you issue an apology to those prosecuted during COVID restrictions, but you would also grant them amnesty. When can we expect those apologies?
I can apologize right now. I'm deeply sorry for anyone who was inappropriately subjected to discrimination as a result of their vaccine status. I'm deeply sorry for any government employee that was fired from their job because of their vaccine status, and I welcome them back if they want to come back. As for the amnesty, I have to get some legal advice on that, and so I've already asked my staff to request that advice so I can see how we would be able to proceed on that. My view has been that these were political decisions that were made, and so I think that they can be political decisions to offer a reversal. But I do want to get some legal advice on that first.
Would that also have to do with the timeline for the proposed amnesties?
I would have to see, if I can do it, I will do it at the earliest opportunity. So I'm hoping within the next week I'll get that legal advice. Thank you.
The new Premier of Alberta, Canada is the first government in the world to formally apologise for violating the civil rights of unvaccinated people. She offers them their jobs back and says she's considering dropping all lockdown prosecutions. Kudos to her and our reporter. Jesus is king.
I have not made that formal decision, but it's my intention. My intention to run again. And we have time to make that decision.
Dr. Biden is for it. Mr. President. Oh.
Dr. Biden thinks that, my wife thinks that we're doing something very important. I have not made that formal decision, but it's my intention. My intention to run again. And we have time to make that decision.
He almost shut down completely there.
His business, they seem to be globalists. They don't seem to love England. And you point out the furlough. Well, we actually see it differently. He gave away £400 billion and practically bankrupted our economy over the idiotic furlough payment.
He did not bankrupt the economy. That's factually incorrect. He did not bankrupt the economy. Also, may I ask you, hang on, Jerry...
What do you mean he didn't bankrupt the economy? Yeah, he did bankrupt the economy. We're in a cost of living crisis. How the hell is the economy not bankrupt in a cost of living crisis?
Jerry, as we carry on, this is very important, Jerry. As we carry on this conversation, please don't use the phrase globalist again, because many of my Jewish listeners will find that incredibly offensive.
Why are you talking about Jewish people? He wasn't talking about Jewish people. It seems to me that you think that the world is run by the Jews. Now, that's a very anti-Semitic view. He did not say that. He said globalist. He could mean any religion, Christian, Muslim, atheist, etc. He did not say Jewish. When you assume someone means Jewish when they're talking about the globalists, the rich, etc. being evil, if you assume they're talking about Jewish people, you are the anti-Semite.
Because it has also been used at times as a racist put down to the Jewish community. So carry on, Jerry. if you wouldn't mind
That's
answering.
not true. That's not true. I don't mean Jewish. If I meant Jewish, I'd say Jewish.
I did not.
Is somebody who has international...
Jerry, once more, I'm going to give you one more chance. I have explained to you that many members of the Jewish...
Do not threaten him. The hell is wrong with you?
Community are offended by that phrase. Please do not use it. Please answer my question.
See, if your Jewish friends are offended by the term globalist, then your Jewish friends are globalists. And your Jewish friends are offended because they're getting called out for being globalists. They're not getting called out for being Jewish. This man doesn't seem to have a problem with being Jewish. If he had a problem with being Jewish, he would have said it.
You say...
His business, they seem to be globalists. They don't...
Globalists don't want you to be allowed to call them globalists. She's the bigot. She's the one with the preposterous insult to criticize anti-democratic oligarchs to naturally criticize Jews. That's a stereotypical prejudice. It's as outrageous as telling someone not to talk about crime because that would be inherently anti-black. Back in the big smoke crap hole.